Boys, I got a question for you. Do you want to go through this?
No! 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 Oh! He came so fast. Dude, he came in so instantly.
In order to achieve this, boy, then do I have the fucking tutorial for you. So this first method is very well known. It's been used by a lot of people since people started editing Spellbreak, and it's simply just turning off your HUD and standing with your back against a wall and looking around. You know, you may even crouch and look up until your model is gone. Then you could move around along with mouse movement and create, you know, some pretty nice things. But unfortunately, it's quite limited in what you can do because of the angle, if you're crouching or if your back is to the wall. So the second method I'm going to be going over today is mainly going to be talking about pan crop. Pan crop is essentially framing of your scene, and you can use it for other things as well. But the main idea is that you use it to place whatever you want shown in your edit exactly where you want it, like whether it's zooming in or repositioning like a character to the middle of the screen, or using it to transition a camera movement. Like, you could pretty much use pan crop for a lot of different things, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing here today. The first cinematic method discussed was just really linear, and it like focuses on not showing your character to get like a full scene, right? But with pan crop, you don't worry about the character, you just lose a little bit of quality, unfortunately, which can be saved most of the time by using a sharpen plugin to make it a little bit more crisp, to bring back a little bit of that quality that you lost scaling it in. But in this method, we don't worry about where our character is on the screen because we're going to pan crop her out. And so how you do that is you open up scale, position, and rotation. And now this will definitely be different for you guys based on what program you're using, but the concept is still the same. So however you open up your controls like this, you will need to do that. I really only use After Effects, so I'm not too knowledgeable in other programs, but this is pretty universal, and it should definitely be in every editing software somehow. So once you have your position, scale, and rotation over, you can start controlling the clip. And so the first thing we're gonna do is, my sweet spot, I really like to scale it into around 200%. Sometimes I'll go more, sometimes I'll go a little bit less, but 200 is like where I can pretty much get the job done that I'm looking for without losing too much quality. Like you see, as you go further in, it gets more blurry, especially farther things away. This is at 339 scale, and if we bring it back down to 200 where we had it, see, like, he's looking pretty normal overall. We can even toss a sharpen on this, and he'll start looking even better, you know. He might even adjust this down a little bit to 25, so it's a little softer. Okay, so now that we have it scaled to 200, we're gonna want to choose the part of the clip that we want to use. I'll probably use it right around here when he's running at an angle from my camera. So we'll start it on a strafe that looks pretty cool, just real wide people happy here, and we're going to figure out where we want it to end, of course, and we'll probably take it right before he enters the doorway. Now what we want to do is we want to focus on taking the mad scientist here, which is the point of our cinematic, and putting him into a frame that fits us properly, and also hiding my character. So I just want to bring this y-axis down a little bit, and we'll even scale it in a little bit more, just so we don't have that hood in there. Like this. So now that our character is centered properly, and it's starting to look like a pretty good cinematic. But we can do something else that will spice it up a little bit more. We can add some rotation. So if we change this to 5 degrees, you can see a little bit more of him right there. We could even probably pull this up a little bit. Now the character is pretty much in the frame entirely like we want him, but my Marla is not showing. So, except for that one frame. But we don't really worry about that right now. And so now we can even animate it by hitting this little stopwatch, which is a keyframe. We could pull it forward and maybe have it even back out to 0 degrees right here, right as he's straightening out. Maybe even drag that a little bit more forward. Yeah. So now we pretty much got really quickly a new way of getting cinematics.